Welcome to the blizzard of 2023. It's Tuesday, the 28th of February. We finally lost our power here at the Blancolirio global headquarters with 30 inches of snow. The last of four storms is hitting us, pounding us right now. Here's the update. So we've had a series of these four storms come in, and the first two storms got us up to about 12 inches of snow. Yesterday's storm, there was no break, virtually no break in between storms. Yesterday's storm brought us up to 24 inches, and right now this morning, well, I'm not sure of the local time because the power's out, but we're at 30 inches of snow, and I'll show you around here a little bit. Down there is there's the lawn furniture. Over there is the barbecue and the deck and porch over there. So KCRA meteorologist Wendy Waldman gave a great explanation as to what is exactly a blizzard. A blizzard technically is sustained or gusting winds of 35 miles an hour or greater, visibility less than a quarter mile, and conditions to persist for more than 3 hours. So it is blizzard conditions in the high Sierra, and it's near blizzard or like blizzard conditions here. Fortunately, we don't have those 35 knot or mile per hour gusts of wind. And we haven't had a lot of these trees down. We're not going anywhere. I'm not moving anywhere today because of the danger of these trees falling. Regarding the power here locally, the power lines have been hardened, so they're insulated with the thick layer of insulation for wildfire, and but that makes them more susceptible to the heavy snow loads. But they have held up remarkably well, in that the power only just went out today after 4 days of storms. But also, too, they have done a good job of clearing the power lines of trees, so a minimum amount of trees falling down in the power lines, separating the lines and losing power. But it's out now. Regarding the small airplanes up at the airport, the airport elevation at Nevada County Airport is about the same as here. We're at 3,200 feet here. The airport's at 3,150 feet. After the first storm, I cleared some snow off of some of the aircraft, and they were laden down heavy with this snow. One of the common problems that folks have that leave their aircraft outside in these snowy conditions is when the snow starts piling on the aircraft. First off, it's piling on the top of the wings. That's the negative G condition, as if you were doing an outside loop. But it also piles on the tail, and so the aircraft sinks down onto its tail. When the aircraft lands on its tail, as the snow piles up on it, owners typically put down my blackboard. Owners typically leave the chains attached to the wings too tight. So not only now with the tail down on the ground, and that's where you're most likely to suffer structural damage is on the tail of the aircraft in these snowy conditions, but you're piling the snow up on top of the wings and then tugging on the wings as well with the chains. So you're putting an extra heavy load on the wings of the aircraft. The only hope is that if it slides on, when it tips on its tail like this, some of the snow sloughs off the top of the wings. But according to my pilot math and Blancolirio calculations here, I used to do structural engineering here locally in town, and we did snow loads a lot. A rough wag for how heavy is this snow is, I mean, you can look it up by code and for your zip code or for your exact address, but a rough wag is 1.25 times the depth of the snow. 1.25 times 10 inches of snow means that you have a 12.5 pound per square foot snow load. Now we're up to 30 inches right now. So if you look at the average Cessna 172 that has a gross weight of 2,500 pounds and a normal category certification of a 1.76 negative G rating, negative Gs, remember we're measuring the weight on the top of the wings as if you were flying upside down, and a wing area on a 172 of 174 square feet. And if you consider the ultimate failure load setting on these aircraft is about 150%, that gives you about a 2.64 G loading on the aircraft before you begin bending the wings on a normal category aircraft like a Cessna 172. So if you have 3 feet of snow, that's 45 pounds per square foot. 45 pounds per square foot times 174 square foot wing area of the 172, that's 7,830 pounds of weight on the top of the wings of that 172. If you take that weight, 7,830 pounds, and divided by the max gross weight of the aircraft, that's an equivalent of 3.132 negative G's on the aircraft. You have severely overloaded that aircraft. And this is one of the things that you don't know as a buyer of these aircraft, that if this is part of its history of the aircraft, these owners are going to have these aircraft checked out by the mechanic once we get out of this situation. Those that were left outside, we're going to have to do a serious over-G inspection on the aircraft and see if anything is bent or broken. And typically what happens is the problems occur in the tail. Also, too, if you've locked the controls and that control lock has the elevator a little bit in the back position, man, that snow on that up elevator is just putting a hell of a load on that up elevator control. And you might very well have a problem with the pulleys and cables and the entire elevator control of that aircraft, or hinges as well. So very hard on light aircraft. That's why all my airplanes are inside a hangar that's rated for these snow loads. And I got the hangar facing to the south so that it'll melt quicker and it won't be in an ice rink to the north when this storm clears, which it is supposed to do by this time tomorrow. We'll have a couple of days to begin digging out. I suspect by the time we're done here, we'll have over 3 feet of snow, and we haven't seen 3 feet of snow here on the Blancolirio back deck since 2011. So thanks so much for your support of the Blancolirio channel. We got the little Honda generator going. We got all the in-laws here in the house. We've got a gas fireplace, so we got plenty of heat. We've got gas to cook with, so we're able to cook. We've got gas hot water heater, so we got plenty of hot water as well. We'll just fire up the Honda generator to keep online and keep you posted. Thanks so much for your support. See you here. See you in a couple days when this blows out.